My name is Logan Zimmerman. I'm from the band Dreams University. I sing. That's all I do anymore. That's all I do. I used to play bass, but gave it up just to sing.
I put them up in the air. She said, I'm sick of being here with these four. What's the problem? Tell me, what are we all here for? And this could be the worst, and there's a certain situation. Madness and replacement taking over and over again. It's over and over again. Run, 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 watch your butt out the door. And something, come on, it's you while you tore. It's something never said, but in the words that I read. Oh, how I wish I would, I wish I could. Damn it, girl, I really should have.
Say that we are a very pop kind of band, but at the same time, like, I know that Sheldon really likes the jam band, kind of a bluesy, like soul kind of thing. I'm a very like R&B, like trying to do that kind of singing. At the same time, we really like these new pop bands. Like, it's just, so like, it's all around. But I would have to say, like, if we had any type of style or genre that we had to be put in, it would definitely be power pop, pop punk, whatever. Tomato, tomato, they're all the same. We all really have different influences. If I had to say that we had any influences, I know that, I guess, playing the music that we play now, like, I know a big influence of mine is just really, like, more modern-wise would be probably like Fall Out Boy or Panic at the Disco. I really like the way that they sing. It's like their vocals and the way they sing carries like how the band works. If I had to go back, like, you know, like where rock kind of started and things like that, I would definitely say Queen. I think Freddie Mercury is absolutely a genius. I love the way that he like almost sets up like a musical in his albums and just things like that. I love them, but I know every single person in this band would be completely different. Everybody has a new idea, which is awesome for how the way we work. The things that we're really trying to do right now is Chris is really trying to set us up with the whole publicity and things like, you know, going to MTV. We've been on E! Network, the entertainment. I have no idea. Like, I hardly ever watch the channels, honestly. Like, I have no time for television anymore. But like, I know that we go through a lot of those kind of things. He's really working on those. Show-wise, we're really trying to set it up for ourselves. We're trying to set up a lot of touring this summer. Actually, within this next week or so, we're trying to work on who we would really want to tour with and things like that. I think, you know, like, our main goal is to like set our bars a little higher than just a band that's maybe a little better than us. Like, we would love to be like, all right, let's set our goals as somebody that's just famous, you know, like huge. But like, I think our main goal is like, we want to set our goals as something that we can go out on tour with somebody and we know that they're going to draw at least 300, 400, 500 people at a time. And that way, it's not just so much of that we're just like constantly going somewhere and like promoting ourselves. It's like we kind of get to walk into things and like, you know, show people that are into our kind of music, like they're already going to be there. So it's very important to us. So like, we're trying to set up and like set our goals higher to like a band that's really similar to us. So that way when we walk into a venue, we play our set, people are like, okay, well, I really like them, you know. And it's not like we've had to do that much work outside of, you know, setting up the tour and setting up dates and things like that. Learning about the publicity side, like, I know that it's been kind of surprising to me, I guess, that how much like you can put into some type of, like, I know that we've done like things on MTV and E! Network and things like that. It was really surprising to me, like, how many bands do these kinds of things. And it's like, I guess there's a lot of money spent in those kind of things, and that's really surprising to me. Like, I guess I kind of like going into it, I thought it was just like, if you're good, like they put you in that. But there is a lot of spending money and like trying, it's almost like you're basically buying a billboard, because it's like you're buying into something, and then it's like, okay, well, if a company comes along and says, hey, you know, like, we're looking for a band that sounds like this or some type of style, they're like, okay, well, we have these bands, and it's like basically you kind of buy your way into that. And it's basically, I feel like in a way that like it's kind of like we're buying our way into it, but it's just like really like the way I see it is now is just like we're not buying our way into it. We're just paying the money. We're putting money into an investment that's going to make that money back. You know, you have to give money to make money. You know, it's that kind of thing to me anymore. And I guess that's probably my biggest surprise with it. If I had any other surprises, I guess just how important it is to be on like the radio, like college radio is awesome. I love like the fact that we have a lot of like colleges and stuff, like they'll be like, hey, you know, like you're getting played a lot on our radios, like you're like within like the top 10, top 15 of like being played. That's really cool, but it's like, I guess I didn't realize how important it is to be like on television and like on like the radio situation. Like I didn't guess I really understood like how important and how influential that is to like everybody's mind and like how they get to see those kind of things. So that was a really surprising thing to me about the whole publicity side of things. The one thing I do want to say would be like, I know that we are really working on the album right now, and there's some things that we're trying to push the bar, because a lot of labels that we've looked at is just like, we're kind of, in a way, we are very, very similar to a lot of different bands that are around us. And I feel like the one thing that we don't want to lose is that I feel like it truly, like our biggest thing is that we have a constant power and like a constant just whole full and just sound that's just like, it constantly grabs your attention, and we're really trying to keep that, but at the same time experiment with different types of music. And it's like, we really don't want to do an album that ever sounds like anything else. Like we're trying to experiment across that, but at the same time, like we're still looking for like hit songs. Like we're trying to make the best songs that like if we hand it to somebody, they're just gonna be like, wow, that was perfect. Like we're perfectionists. We have a lot of perfectionists. Sheldon's a perfectionist in his category. I'm a perfectionist. You know, every single person of us, Brett, Sheldon, Colin, we all work together, and we're all very, very picky on the things that we hear. And it's just like, we don't want to make a song if we're not happy and completely full with it. So like, I think this next album may be a little bit different, but like, I know that when I hear an album that seems different than what I'm used to a band hearing, it's kind of like, whoa, 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 whoa. So like, I guess the one thing I'm trying to say was just be like, you know, if it's not something you hear at first, just listen to it and give it a chance, because I mean, music is everything. Like it doesn't matter. Like music is an emotion. Like it completely changes somebody's day. It can completely revolve around somebody's life. Like that's how people live. Like if they hear a song, you know, like that's how it is. And like I feel that that's a very, very important thing for people to go through, you know.